साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः.
Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone online. Welcome Vara. We have Vara here to give us some information and tell us a little bit about a subject we don't know yet. We also have Chaitanya on the technicals over there. Thank you, Chaitanya. Last week we talked a little bit about what happens after self-realization. And of course, if you're new and you don't know what is self-realization, don't worry, we're going to practice self-realization as well today, so that you'll catch up. But we were talking about what comes after self-realization in that the week before that, we were saying what's the meaning of life? And that is to get connected to the divine by getting our self-realization. And then what comes after self-realization is to still that choppy lake so that we can reflect, be a reflection of the divine. So that was the conclusion we came to last week. So Vara, where are we going this week?
If I have to really try hard and connect to what you said about meaning of life. I think these days, meaning of life, I think has become very narrow in the sense. If you keep to time, you're good. If you don't keep to time, maybe not as good. So I have lived in two extremes of the societies. One is I come from India, where time is a very fluid concept. And I lived in Denmark and Sweden, which was, maybe Denmark is the extreme example. So in Denmark, it's the buses come at 7:12. So I remember landing in Denmark and I had to go somewhere and it said 7:12. I thought 7:30 India style, and the bus had gone. So you also see in the Danish society that people really they stick to time. What that means is, even in an informal sense, let's say you have to catch up with your friends at 7:15 in the evening. And if this person doesn't come at that specific time that was agreed upon in advance, 2-3 times, you will not be friends with that person anymore. It's that bad. So that means I never had friends in Denmark.
We're a bit down in Canberra.
So, and then you also have the other extreme where, in the Indian sense, let's say if 2 friends agree to meet 8 o'clock somewhere, and then one friend is watching at home. One of them is at home watching TV, and then the other one has reached to that location. And this person who ended up reaching to the location first calls, "Hey, where are you, mate?" He goes, "Oh, I'm just on the way." He's just going to put his shirt on then and leave. So it's two extremes. But and if you so I think as we go more modern, this is by the way 20 years before India. At the moment, I think it's changed. Sometimes I found when I went last time that people are pretty much on time.
How do you find that? You're on time these days? Oh, okay. You become very Western.
Yeah. It's
very
not
Danish.
The Danish experience. It has changed a lot in the last 20 years. Yes. Correct. So what I found otherwise it's a bit probably boring to do a personal one, but I'll go with it anyway. So I had this thing where my kids had to wake up in the morning and meditate. And some days are good, and some days they wake up late or whatever. And then at that point, I go rushing. Eat your breakfast fast. Eat your, put your shoelaces on fast, take your shower fast. So this fast, I put them on a beat. And then I meditate. I think it just went on for a while, and then I'm a little bit thick-skinned, so I don't really get the subtlety. So after a month or so, I figured out sitting there and they're like this. And as I said, a month later, I figured that maybe they're not, I'm not creating a conducive environment for meditation. So they were very like, yeah. And then what happened is, after that realization, you figure out, if I try to keep to time, because it's my idea of time, so I wanted a rule that they do it. It has its place. But when you link it to the divine sort of things that we do when we meditate, it is a divine construct. It is not a man-made construct. But then the society is teaching me it's important to go to things in time. So, for example, I'm taking my work mind, wherein you don't want to turn up late to a meeting with the CEOs. It's important. To be on time has its own uses. But at the same time, when you bring that to your home construct and you're not being flexible to the family, it doesn't work. So we have to have the discretion to use time in a way it's designed for. So imagine this, it's like you go to the gym 3 times a day because you bought the gym membership.
Like get your money's worth.
You get your money's worth. Might break a bone. But then it's like, oh no, it's like that. We invented the time, and then the time takes over. So then after that, in this situation, once I had my switch, we try and meditate in the morning. If it doesn't work, then you meditate in the evening. But with that, when the family is meditating, then they're much more happy. And eventually it so happened that you don't really have to make too much an effort. Everybody knows what's happening. And sometimes it works in the morning, sometimes in the evening. So by using time to our advantage, I think we can have a much more meaningful life, so to say. So if I bring we have some people at work who do come for every meeting late. So I'm not saying that, just be delayed. That's not the point. The point is having a control on when to use that construct.
Feeling the right time as opposed to...
Feeling the right time about the time, so to say. And then, and coming back to the Denmark thing, they do keep time to the T, but you do see a lot of unhappiness. I mean, they are happy in the happiness index, but I lived there for a while. I don't see it. When people walk around, it's like robots. And Australia is pretty good, I feel. Like there's a discretion between.
But you do feel when you are away from Australia for a while, but this could be an old feeling, it might not be correct now.
Okay.
And when you come back to Australia, you do feel a kind of a police state a bit.
You do?
I mean, if you've been living in a very non-police state.
Yeah, fair enough.
Then you feel that difference. Whereas, you've got to follow the rules and you've got to go the right speed, even though everyone speeds in Canberra.
Yeah.
But I feel that there's rules.
What that tells me is that it's relative in that sense. If you go to a more police state, like
then
Denmark, you come to Australia and like, wow, this is relaxed. So the idea is that we need to have discussion about that and use it to our advantage, and not to make it like the gym membership. You invented the construct and then you have to satisfy that construct. Like
we have it 6 to 7 p.m. for here.
Yeah.
The timing is fairly strict in that, we don't want to waste your time. However, when we do our meditation is when it's appropriate.
That's it. So keeping that in mind, I'm explaining in a very worldly way. Shri Mataji will talk about this. And as usual, she brings a totally different dimension to it. So that's the topic of today.
Okay. And did you want to listen to the talk now, or should we go through what is self-realization and let everyone feel that first? Or what's your idea?
What do you think? Either way, it's good. So I guess if there are new people today in the program, might be better off.
Let's have a brief self-realization, which is enhancing our experience of self-realization.
Yep.
And self-realization, as we mentioned, was getting connected to the kingdom of divine. And we also spoke last week about the different chakras being different ages of our evolution, and that we'd reached to 2,000 years ago, it's been a long time, reached to this agya, which is where all our thinking happens. And that's where we're getting over when we get our self-realization. We're cutting out the thinking, getting between the thoughts and getting that silence where we're connected to the divine, and we get that interplay where we get some good vibes, basically. And that's a very short form of what we want to do when we have our self-realization. But we can enhance that feeling and have our first meditation, maybe.
Okay, yep.
Then we can listen to what Shri Mataji has to say about time.
Let's do that.
Pursuit of time. Very relevant for us in Canberra. So we're very time.
I just thought of a better example.
Yes.
I don't go to the gym, so I just made it up, but Netflix is a good one. So, you buy it because it's just $10 a month. 7 is it? Okay, there you go. And then imagine Netflix to be time. And then you watch it. You watch it more than you initially intended to be. And then I had people at work, they said they really couldn't sleep last night and they're feeling very drowsy at work. So what did you do? I was busy binge watching.
Oh.
So you pay just $7 and it controls your life. And later, obviously you don't sleep well and you have all sorts of problems. I think probably
Netflix after your foot soak is not a good idea.
so it's a sort of live example. I couldn't believe that people go that far that they mess up their sleep and stuff. All right, let's go and do our meditation. We track one time.
We're going good.
All right. Let's put both our hands on the lap.
Shoes off.
If you can take your shoes off, please. So when we go through the process of self-realization, we need really three things. One is we should really have the pure desire that we achieve this self-realization. And another thing is that accept that self-realization is a process that you can't get on your own. So you need a guru. A guru is someone like you're in a dark forest and you want to go from point A to point B. A good guru will hold your hand, help you reach the destination, and give you your own freedom. You're not obliged for anything. You don't need to pay for that. A guru is completely selfless. Number three is that guru for Sahaja Yoga is Shri Mataji and Badevi, who came up with this technique in the 1970s. And using this technique, thousands of people have achieved their self-realization. So there is precedence. And for the moment, just trust that she will help you like a mother. With that desire in your heart, your feet flat on the ground. You're sitting on the ground, that's good too. Arms on your lap, facing upwards. Now we will move our right hand and put it on different places of our body. It's best that you do this with your eyes closed. And if you do get distracted, just look at the photograph of Shri Mataji on the table. And then close your eyes. Let's put our right hand on the heart. And ask yourself a very seemingly simple question. Mother, who am I? Now, every statement I say, please say it in your hearts several times in any language that you choose. Mother, who am I? Put your right hand on your rib cage on the left side. And here you ask, Mother, am I my own master? Bring your right hand a little bit below to the point where your stomach meets the leg in that corner. Here you say, or you request very humbly, Mother, please give me pure knowledge. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. Put your hand back on the left of your stomach on the rib cage. Here you say, Mother, by your grace, I am my own Guru. Right hand on the heart. Here you say, Mother, I am the pure spirit. Take your hand and put on the left side of the neck. You say, Mother, I'm not guilty at all. Your hand on the back of the head. Lift your head towards the sky. Here you say, Mother, please forgive me for my mistakes. Place your center of the palm on your forehead. You have glasses, you can take them off. Bend a bit forward, as in rest your forehead in your palm cup. Say, Mother, I forgive everyone, including myself. Mother, I forgive everyone, including myself. Place the center of your palm on top of the head. And here you ask Shri Mataji, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please let my spirit connect with the Spirit of God. Slowly bring your hand back to the lap. And let your attention stay where your hand touched your head, on your fontanel bone. And just sit quietly. Mother, please let the motherly energy in me rise. Before we open our eyes, for a moment, observe how you are feeling on your palms, on top of your head, and just get a general vibe of your current state of heart and mind. So when the Kundalini rises through the base of our spine to the top of our head, it stops the thoughts. So when these thoughts stop, for some it might be a few seconds, some it might be a minute, for some it might take a little longer than immediately. So that is the state that we call the thoughtless awareness. And by practicing Sahaja Yoga regularly, the time that you experience thoughtless awareness increases. And slowly open our eyes and listen to Shri Mataji's talk about time.
The greatest curse of modern times is the watch. The greatest curse of modern times is the watch, or the time that we keep. And all the time we are just seeing the time, what time it is now, and after 2 seconds again also we want to see what is the time. We have crossed the limits of time, kalatit. Try to understand why we have crossed. Because time moves according to us. You can experience it. The other day I was coming from Delhi, and in my household everybody seems to be very particular about time. So they were after my life, come along, getting late, now you just can't get into the plane, this, that. All right. And when I reached there, they said that the plane is still waiting, it's not necessary for you to hurry up. It will take at least 15-20 minutes for you to go. So, also this name of airport makes people really jumpy, I should say. They have to go to the aeroplane means as if some war is there, or I don't know what it is. So far, luckily, I have never missed a plane, never missed a train in my lifetime. Though I travel, I think, quite a lot. I've every time found invariably that the plane itself is waiting for me. It won't leave. Like I'll give you a very interesting example today, if you are relaxed. We were in Praha and we were supposed to go to Poland via, again same thing happens to me with experience that, via Vienna. And we had a very great Sahaja with us who told me that the plane will be leaving at 11 o'clock. And from the airport he rings me up, no, the plane is leaving at 9:30. If I want, I can be ready in 5 minutes or I can take 2 hours, depends on. So I was ready, I just jumped into the car, we reached the airport. But we were late by 15 minutes and the ground lady started shouting at me at the top of her voice, you people, you are VIPs, you are this, you are that, all kinds of things she said to me. And this Sahaja could not bear it. And he felt that it was his mistake. He told me a wrong time. That's why this lady is shouting at my mother. He couldn't bear it. He was very unhappy. Can turn it round. Turn it. So, we went into the aeroplane with this lady shouting behind. And we saw that the pilot and engineers, they were busy with some correction of the machinery. They said it is little bit out of order, it will be ready. So we sat down. Now this Sahaja could not bear it and his tears started rolling down his eyes. Another Sahajogini, she said, brother, it's all right, don't cry. They were sitting behind me, I just turned round. I said, it's all right, don't worry. He said, no mother, because of me, she could say all these things, I can't bear it. And he couldn't stop crying. Within 1 minute, the sky, which was absolutely open, was covered with big clouds like huge big elephants walking into the whole area. Very big. All the Sahajogis were standing also on the other side on top of the airport, saw it happening. The whole thing became absolutely jet black. Oh my God, I said, see, the tears of this gentleman has such powers. And then the airport people told us that this plane is out of order, so we have to get down. So we got down. We came back. Then he went to this ground hostess and told her, now whom should we shout at? Now the plane is not going. Should we shout at you? How dare you shout at my mother and all those things. But all the people there at the airport who were still under the same regime style got such a fright. The manager himself walked to me, he said, for your plane, it's still 5 hours, and if you want out, we can give you permission, all of you can go out. And he took me by a special way. I couldn't understand this reaction. So I went out and we did some shopping or something, and when we came back, we were surprised. All the airport was rather stunned by us. And when I walked, that was the only plane that was leaving. All the traffic had stopped, except for this plane. And when we walked down to board the plane, the gentleman who was there said, Mother, can you help me? I said, how? I have got a terrible back pain. I said, how can I do it? Then one lady walked in to say, Mother, please I have pain in my shoulder, can you put your hand on that? I just put my hand on her shoulder. She said, I'm feeling all right. She started lifting her arm. Then I thought I better now take to the aeroplane. When I was walking, the same gentleman came to me. He said, why not put hand on my back? I said, I have to board the plane. He said, I'll walk with you. You just put your hand on my back. I'm sure I'll be all right. And we walked together about 2 minutes or so. He said, I'm all right. The whole atmosphere changed. It was such a tremendous effect on these people who have been under a regime and have been really military-like, and the whole treatment was so funny. The whole thing changed in such a short time. And I was amazed how the tears of this Sahaja has worked this wonder. Now imagine a moment when tears started rolling his eyes. That moment just manifested a big drama. And ultimately what you find is that the people at the airport became extremely humble and respectful. So, when we start thinking of time and time and time, we have to understand that time is our slave. We are not slaves of the time. There are 1001 stories I can tell you how, by delaying in a place, by getting late in a place, by not caring for the time, I have seen such beautiful manifestations, such beautiful dramas, the art of the divine power, that I was amazed how people worry so much about the time. If time is really necessary, if we are all watching our time every year as our birthday, and if you think that time is very important, it is in a way. In these modern times, we really need the time for meditation, for collective meetings, and for Sahaja Yoga.
It's a little in the tape. All right.
Let's keep our eyes closed. Perhaps recollect something that piqued your attention when Shri Mataji was talking, and reflect on it for a minute or two, on how you're letting time control you. And try and remember what she said at the end. You said time is important for meditating, collective meditations, and Sahaja Yoga. Now let's drop our right hand towards Mother Earth. And with full sincerity, you say, Mother, please let all the impure desires drop off my spirit. Mother, please let all the impure desires in me drop off, so they don't obstruct my spiritual ascent. Mother, please remove all the lethargy that is preventing me from my growth. Impure desires lead to impure actions. So to try and remove them, what we do is called the right balancing. So we put our right hand on the lap, raise our left hand to the shoulder level with the palm pointing the back of your room. So when we do that, we say, Mother, please remove all the impure actions from my system. Mother, please remove all the impure actions and anger that obstructs my spiritual growth. And bring your hand back to the lap and place the center of your palm on top of the head, on the fontanelle bone. Press a little towards your skull. Mother, please help me keep my attention on top of my head so that I can experience balance. With humility and sincerity, you ask, Mother, please establish my self-realization. Just bring your hand back to the lap. Keep your eyes closed. Try and stay in the meditative state.
Slowly open our eyes. Come back to the time of now. What we can do is raise our Kundalini and give ourselves a bandhan, which if you haven't done that before, just follow along. And this is the short form for getting into meditation. So when you're practicing tomorrow at home, this is how you'll start and finish your meditation. So the left hand of the desire rises up and the right one spins around, comes under and over. And then we're going to tie a knot up in that seventh chakra where we're trying to evolve into. We'll do it 3 times. This is the second one with 2 knots. And then the third time, 3 knots, because we really want to keep our attention up there. Then with all those lovely vibrations, we'll just give our entire body, all our chakras, a nice wash with 7 times over and back. So that's the palm facing your body over and back. Approximately 7. 1 for each chakra. And over and back is 1. Could be 7, could be more, could be less. It's a lovely meditation. Thank you, Vara.
Thank you.
And our motto for the day is, time is for us. We are not for time. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for joining. Very nice to have you with us for that lovely meditation. Thank you, Vara.
Yeah.
Chaitanya, thanks for all that technological whiz bang. Well done. So
People online, if you want to share a thought about time or something, you can raise your hand and we'll unmute you.
yeah, or you can put something on the chat line as well.
So to put it super bluntly, every app, technology, gizmo is trying to basically bid for your time. That's how they survive, they make money. We are all the products of for them, we are the products for them basically, even if it's free. So try and take some control back for your own good.
And all those emails you get with snappy headlines.
Because when Shri Mataji is explaining about this man whose emotion just changed the situation around, that can only happen if you meditate. So once you regularly meditate, your system gets so aligned with the divine that you really don't have to think about these things. They just manifest.
Yeah, and when something feels really good, you kind of get that spot. You just automatically want to do it again at that time.
Yeah.
Be the spirit and things fall in place automatically. You don't have to rush for it.
Yeah.
You will do the right thing at the right time and reach the right place.
That's it.
Yeah. Nicely put. Come on. Did we have any words of wisdom from everyone online? Anyone online? Everyone's thoughtless. It's okay.
So do we leave and put some music on for the online?
Yeah, we can put some music on and talk amongst yourselves or continue meditating. Feel like something nice lined up for everyone online. Thank you again, and hope you can be with us again next week.
Yeah.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की